Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps. Make the content better. I wasn't supposed to hear it. I shouldn't have. But the second my wife whispered, it felt like a blade had cut straight through me. Into her phone, something cold and sharp had slipped, slicing through every memory, every promise, every illusion I had about our marriage. I froze in the hallway, one hand still on the light switch, listening as her voice quivered, not from fear but annoyance. "No, I mean it," she murmured. "He's too trusting, too calm. If something happened, it would fix everything." My heart stuttered. My breath caught. She was talking about me. Until that moment, I, Daniel Hayes, believed my wife Clara truly loved me. 8 years of marriage had trained me to trust that. We had routines, shared dreams, laughed at small things, survived rough patches hand in hand. I had been proud of our steadiness, of the safety we felt together. But maybe that comfort blinded me. For months, she had seemed distant, distracted, cold, always busy. She treated her phone like it was a bomb, flinched when I walked in unexpectedly, lied about trivial things that seemed harmless, yet felt wrong. I asked if something was bothering her. She said work was stressful. And because I trusted her, I believed it. But trust can blind you, wrap itself around your eyes. And love. Love can make you ignore every warning. That night, she thought I was asleep. She crept into the kitchen, her steps almost deliberate, rehearsed. Something inside me pushed me to follow. Maybe my heart knew what my mind refused to accept. When I heard her mention an accident, the air around me seemed to thin. I leaned closer, breath held tight in my lungs. "I can't keep this up," she said. "I want out, but a messy divorce lawyers. It's impossible. You said there were other ways." A man's voice crackled from the speaker. Calm, confident. "We'll take care of it. Just stay patient." My stomach turned to ice. Before I could even react, before she ended the call, my smart home system pinged, a feature I'd long forgotten. Automatic capture of flag phrases. Worse, it automatically alerted the local police for certain dangerous keywords. They had heard the call at the same time I did. 2 minutes later, a knock came. Clara stiffened, dropped her phone, and took a deep breath, masking herself instantly with an expression of innocent worry. She opened the door. "Mrs. Hayes?" the officer asked. "We need to discuss a recorded call." She looked confused, concerned. She acted well. I stepped into the hallway, voice barely steady. "It's about the call you just made." Her eyes snapped to mine. "You heard," she whispered, terrified. "Guilty." 2 officers entered. One asked, "Sir, are you safe?" Such a surreal question. Inside your own home, the place you thought was built on love. At the station that night, the full truth unfolded. The man on the phone was Elliot, a co-worker, someone she'd been seeing for 7 months, planning a life that required me out of it. During questioning, Clara broke down completely. Tears, excuses, dramatic apologies spilled out like a broken dam. "It wasn't serious," she sobbed. "I didn't mean it. I was overwhelmed. I said stupid things. I would never hurt Daniel. Never." I stared at her across the table. "Clara," I said, "you discussed killing me." She shook her head violently. "No, it was just venting. A stupid metaphor. Divorce would have destroyed everything." I panicked. Elliot twisted it. "You know me, Daniel. You know I'm not capable of that." But metaphors don't involve another person calmly offering to take care of it. I left the station feeling like a ghost wandering through the ruins of my life. Every memory became unfamiliar. Morning coffees, our bed, her laughter, her hand in mine. How many of those moments were real? How many were performed while she imagined a future without me? That night, I sat on the living room floor and let it all hit me. It wasn't heartbreak. It was a crushing revelation that the person you trust most can hide parts of themselves you never imagined existed. 2 days later, she knocked at sunset, voice trembling. "Daniel, please talk to me." I opened the door, chain still locked. Her eyes were raw from crying. I didn't mean any of it. I swear, I said those things out of panic, not intention. You know me, you know my heart. No, I whispered. I don't know anything about you anymore. She pressed her forehead to the door, sobbing. I was scared. I didn't want to hurt you with a divorce. I didn't want to see you miserable. I said awful things, but I never wanted you gone. You whispered that an accident would be easier. I said softly. She covered her mouth with shaking hands. Please don't leave me. I made a mistake. Don't throw everything away. You threw it away first, I said, long before that call. I closed the door. The sound of the lock sliding shut echoed like the end of a lifetime. In the weeks that followed, the investigation continued. Elliot admitted his role. Clara clung to the story that she never intended harm. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she spoke from desperation, anger. But someone who loves you doesn't even imagine those words, let alone say them. I filed for divorce and moved out quietly. The first night in my new apartment, lying alone in the dark, I realized this. Betrayal isn't a single moment. It's a slow collapse. Survival. Walking away. Choosing yourself. That's where real strength begins. Clara said an accident would be easier. Facing the truth? That was harder than anything. And somehow, I survived.